The wow factor of a facility like this is second to none.
It's quite a nice way of being eased out the nest and into the big scary wide world.
It's right in the centre of the city, it's great, it's got a gym here and it's just brilliant.
You can see the reaction of people when they walk in. It's like, are we really going to get all this? And the answer is yes.
I'm paying less here than I was paying last year, and I've got much more here.
It's just so nice, everything's brand new, isn't it? It's like moving into a new home yourself.
Student accommodation has evolved an enormous amount over the last 10 years.
The government is committed to having a lot more people in higher education, which means that a lot more private student accommodation has got to be built.
Unite has operating 31,000 beds, covering almost 30 cities across the UK, from Aberdeen to Plymouth.
From a shareholder perspective, a really buoyant and growing market with a world-class product and service and continuously improving returns.
So it would appear to be a good sector to invest in, because universities don't generally have the money to do it themselves. They need to rely on the private sector to provide it for them.
We have access to this facility that we're sat in today and 3 others without having actually put a penny down in capital expenditure. To be honest, none of those 4 buildings would have happened had the university had to rely on its own resources.
With the competitiveness now in the property investment market, some of the niche sectors like healthcare property, perhaps residential, and most certainly student accommodation are going to become far more important in the future. And what is going to be very important is the security of income, the quality of the tenant, and the demand and supply picture. And in all of those, student accommodation has got ticks in the right boxes.
We've tried to bring our development process around focusing on our customer first.
First thing we do is to talk to the universities and the students and find out what sort of demand there is in the city.
We will then brief our development team, who will then have their teams and development guys going out to procure sites.
We need to make sure that we end up with a scheme in terms of location and room mix and facilities that's a good long-term investment.
Once we've got the site acquired, that's when we actually start doing the detailed design work, the detailed engineering work, bring our construction partners into the process.
Quite often we're moving in and taking away old eyesores and putting up really nice brand spanking new buildings.
And one of the best things about the role, when the students finally arrive in September, you see how you've influenced the city from a derelict site that had possibly no immediate future to something that's absolutely fantastic.
Unite Modular Solutions is a strategic business unit within Unite Group, manufacturing study bedrooms, kitchen dining rooms that stack vertically up to 7 stories in height.
It does look like a factory that churn out a normal consumer product, but at the end of it they churn out a flat rather than a car.
From UMS they're transported to wherever the construction site may be in the UK, then offloaded onto the site.
We're able to significantly reduce on-site construction periods.
And we put 1,333 in 70 days, and we wouldn't have completed for this year if it had been traditional scheme.
Instead of selling off plans, you're now selling off a realistic and a real product that you can actually show to them. Trying to explain to the students these are your rooms actually going into the building was really exciting for them.
As I'm getting confidence in being able to release the rooms, Alan is selling them as quickly as I'm releasing them.
Unite provides, on the face of it, student accommodation, but we're actually providing a real student hospitality customer experience.
So now the traditional image of you've got to move into a hall and then into a rundown student house has just disappeared.
It's more about sort of the way of life that they have here, making sure that they're happy and they live in a nice environment and that they have sort of other activities within the building so that they really feel like they're part of the community.
You've also got people like myself and staff that are here to help you. You would not get that in a normal accommodation.
Because we've got first year students, there is quite a big pastoral role within it because a lot of them have just lived at home, they've got no experience in them, don't even know how to cook dinner or how to do anything like that.
Some of our buildings we would have gyms, we would have games rooms, study areas.
We haven't just got a kitchen, we've got a kitchen and a living area, and we've got the big living area downstairs as well.
You've got a caretaker that's on site. My heating broke The next day it was fixed.
We offer 24/7 security, we offer dedicated cleaning and maintenance services.
They do want somewhere where there's a team available for them 24 hours a day.
Gym is like my regular place, my most favourite facility, no doubt. Next to the internet, of course.
View broadband in every single room.
They've also got the option for the My Number for Life, which is basically a voice over IP system. It's a real bonus for our international customers because the reduced call rates are second to none. Very early on in the year we set up sales and marketing action plans. We look at where our key targets are, we look at obviously our retention campaign, making Unite known about, but obviously now we're trading on reputation as well.
But the parents can be quite demanding as well, I think often more so than the students, because their children are going away from home for the first time and they want to make sure that everything's perfect for their children.
Comments we get back obviously quite often is, I wish we'd have had, I wish we'd had microwaves,
People have this opinion still that students will live anywhere and put up with anything, and it's not the case anymore.
A hospitality business looks at its customers, looks at their experience and their expectations and the touch point that our organisation has with that customer and addresses and enhances every one of those.
So you've got to think, is this student going to be happy a year down the line? Not is this person going to be happy tomorrow, and that makes a hell of a lot of difference.
Unite's proposition to its customers is providing a hassle-free way of life so they can enjoy their student years at university.
Quite often people make friends with people they live with in the first year on accommodation that they'll be friends with for the rest of their lives, and feeling comfortable with where they're living and feeling like they're included really makes a big difference.
We're providing a fantastic customer experience tailored around the specific study and social and lifestyle needs of students.
As a parent of 3 children myself, it's absolutely paramount for me that when they go hopefully to university, they arrive in a very safe and secure environment. That, I think, doesn't have a price really.